Welcome back to the second video for Inktober 2022. I'm not going to stuff around, let's get straight into this one as well. And we are starting with day 3, bat. Now here is some scary facts about bats. Now I went with a baseball bat for this, and as you'll see the illustration as it goes on, this is a little bit like gruesome, this one. But apparently baseball bats are one of the most popular blunt objects used to harm or kill someone with. But it isn't banned due to being a sports equipment item. It's said that the wooden club was and still is favoured with the mafia as it's highly effective and easy to obtain and can be carried without a permit. Now that's frightening. So all you people out there are probably thinking, all my regulars to this channel are probably thinking I was going to do a scary little creepy bat. No, I decided to go with a bat being a weapon and crushing someone's skull in, because that's just what I do. And that is probably the first thing that popped into my mind when I looked at this prompt. So the illustration is of a decapitated head, and it's obviously someone who is like a horrible person or has done something wrong, and you can tell he's like not really human, and whoever has come after him has cut his head off and has also beaten his head in with a baseball bat. There is blood everywhere. It's a gruesome sight, but in a way kind of funny. I don't know why, but there's a little bit of humor to this one. And so I really didn't mean to intend it that way, but I think it's just the look on the face of the thing that the baseball bat is like wedged, it's wedged in his head. I don't know. So yeah, that's what I came up with for day 3 bat, and I'll let you watch the rest of this one and I'll be back in a minute. Day 4 is Scallop, and let's do a little fun fact about scallops that I didn't really know about. Now apparently scallops can be faked. and I didn't know this. And I've been trying to sort of think back to when I was at restaurants eating scallops, and I'm sort of like trying to remember if any of them sort of were different from others. But apparently a large amount of scallops sold to businesses like restaurants and direct to the public are imitations. Real scallops come in different sizes and shapes. Fake scallops are like crab sticks. They are made with processed fish paste and made to look perfectly round as possible. They can be made from shark, stingray meat, and flavored to taste like a scallop. Chefs are trained to make fake scallops look like the real deal. Fake scallops are dense. So one way to tell a fake scallop apparently is that it's quite dense, denser than usual if you're comparing it to a real scallop. People can suffer from allergies eating fake scallops because of the fish content, where they may not react to real scallops, but they react to fish. So this is quite scary in itself. Now, it is illegal for restaurants to pass off fake scallops as real. Yeah, so that's some scary facts right there about, well, this could be a fun fact and scary fact because of the fact that, yeah, you could be eating fake scallops, and that is shit. Like, yeah, I honestly did not know this was a thing until I started looking into scallops. So what I did for this illustration is I decided to do this cute little type scallop monster, and he's got his little throne, and he's like the king scallop down in the ocean, and he's so proud of his little shell and his little chair, and it's all like one little thing, and he is just like showing off his little throne, and he's got sort of blood on his face. He's obviously been doing some terrible things, as you can imagine a little demon scallop would do, and he's got some fancy little threads going off into there. Just sort of made him like this scallop hybrid type creature that's down in the ocean. And I like him. I actually think he's quite cute. Doing a scallop shell, I must admit, was quite hard. I had to look at quite a few references, and sort of still intimidated me. But hey, I would never have drawn a scallop shell if it wasn't for these prompts. So that's why I like doing these ones, because I find that Jake's prompts are quite, like, they're weird. Like, they really are so, I don't know, vague, and they make me sort of try to do stuff that I wouldn't normally do. And I'm not having a go at anyone out there who wants to do other prompts because it sort of is better or easier. I don't sort of like to take the easy route out and actually go and pick through ones and do ones that sort of will be easier to draw, because I want a challenge. I want to be able to challenge myself and do the prompts that make me grow, basically. Yeah, it's all about growing and doing stuff I wouldn't normally do, and I find that Jake's prompts make me do that because they're different. They're different. I'll give him that. But I'll let you watch the rest of this illustration, and I will be back again soon. So day 5 is flame, and I sort of went with some scary facts about fires. So the most fatal house fires happen between the hours of 10 p.m. and 7 a.m. where people are asleep, because people tend to fall asleep with candles going on, lit cigarettes in their mouths or hands, and then it falls out when they fall asleep. Also, heaters in winter are a big thing, especially here in Australia. There is a lot of house fires that I see on the news because of heaters. And I can imagine it's probably the same around the world, but you know, we only see the news here. But like house fires definitely go through the roof in winter. It's not the flames that kill you, it's actually the smoke inhalation that gets you first. Then the flames just char you up and make you like a big old barbecue. Newer homes burn quicker than the older homes. Apparently 40-year-old homes or older take roughly 15 to 20 minutes to become completely engulfed, so you have time to get out. Whereas the newer modern homes now are made with highly flammable materials, as they are maybe cheaper. I'm not too sure. The quality is just not there anymore. And that goes for building houses. You've only got, they reckon, on average 2 to 3 minutes to get the fuck out of your new house. Cooking accidents are a leading cause in fires in residential homes because people throw water on cooking fires, and this just causes explosions. Smothering flames or using a fire extinguisher designed for cooking fires is the best method. I've got a fire extinguisher upstairs that it is designed for kitchen fires because we have gas, and just in case something happens, I always have it there on hand. It's like right by the stove. Well, it's not right by the stove, it's off into the corner. It's probably a good couple of feet away, so if anything happens. I was drawn to, with this prompt, doing a skull laying on a floor of a house and it's burning. So this, I'm going to go a bit dark here. Obviously it's a house fire and someone has been burnt alive and the skull's left behind and it's burnt all the flesh off, and yeah, the flames are coming up out of the skull and in the background. And I ended up using the orange ink for this one. There's no blood in this one, just some orange ink for the flames. And just to top it all off, just to give a little bit of suspicion, there is a pentagram carved into the skull. So do what you will with your imagination with that one. So it could have been a, satanic ritual, and they had candles and one of them got knocked over and burnt the place down, and someone didn't survive. They got burnt alive. That escalated quite quickly and went dark. But anyway, I'll let you watch the rest of this one, and I will be back again with the final prompt in this video. So day 6, bouquet. I went with a creepy little bouquet. I decided to use 2 particular flowers or plants or whatever you want to call them for this, because I had never heard of this particular flower, or actually both of these particular flowers or plants or whatever they are. And the first one is a bat flower and the second one is a doll's eye. Now the bat flower is native to Southeastern Asia, so China, Thailand, Burma, and they grow up to 70 centimeters high, and they have a forked tail that gives them a bat-like appearance. And it's quite a frightening looking flower. I absolutely love the look of this flower. If we had them here in Australia, I'd be all over that shit. They'd be in the gardens here. They are rare in the wild and have to grow under a certain condition. And here's the fun fact. Apparently there is a superstition attached to this flower. Apparently it's unlucky to look into the eye of this flower as it brings death to close family members. Interesting. I think people just get intimidated by the way it looks. Like it looks cool as fuck. I would love to have a flower like that. The doll's eye flower or plant, it's native to East North America and Canada. It grows up to 30 to 60 centimeters tall with berries that look like creepy little doll eyes, hence the name doll eye. And they have a blood red stalk. Now the berries are toxic and can make you sick or cause death. This illustration was quite hard for me to do because I'm not one for plants or drawing flowers or anything, so I really had to put my mind to this one and have a look at some references with the flower and then sort of turn it into a little bit of a creature type creation. So the bouquet for this prompt that I did was, it has the main bat flower and then it has all the creepy doll eye flowers around it sort of coming up like with eyes, making it sort of look like actual eyes and like an optical sort of nerve type look to the stems of the doll eye, and then tying it with a bow and making it look pretty. And then to top it all off, I had to put the blood on there and yeah, have these sharp teeth coming down, and it has like obviously mauled somebody, and there's blood dripping down onto the bow, and then there's some little white whiskers coming out, which the whiskers of this flower are actually the same color as it, but because I wanted them to sort of stand out a little bit more, I did them white. Because this, this isn't an exact sort of replica, I just wanted to mix a few creepy things in there as well and sort of make it my own, and make this sort of bouquet feel alive, like it's a demonic flower, and it's quite creepy. And yeah, so far this one has been a bit of a challenge for me. Like I said, getting out of my comfort zone, drawing stuff that I wouldn't normally do. So that wraps up this video. I will be back Sunday with the next prompts. There'll be 3 prompts. So hopefully you enjoyed this video and what I did for these prompts, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.